Greetings. The title of this video is Preparing Your SAP Appeal. It is being presented to you by Campaign Rise, also known as the Academic Probation Committee of the Counseling Department. Now, a Student Academic Progress Appeal, or SAP, it is a formal request or appeal to continue financial aid after you have not met the student's academic progress or SAP standards of the college. Now, this may include a grade point average or GPA, completion rate or pace of 50, 60, or 67%, or you've reached the max time frame of attempted credit hours. Now, a student whose financial aid is suspended can submit a SAP appeal. And these students who have the following academic status can submit a SAP appeal, and that includes those who are on full-time probation, part-time probation, drop for poor scholarship, or drop for insufficient progress. Now, the SAP appeal process. First, you complete a FAFSA application for financial aid for the appropriate academic year. Then complete a SAP appeal form, including documentation, a personal statement, and a copy of your My Degree path. Then you would complete an educational plan with a counselor. And finally, financial aid will review all documents and contact you by way of email with a decision. Now, SAP appeal decisions may take a few weeks once everything is submitted to the financial aid office. So please plan accordingly.
Okay, how do you file for financial aid and check your financial aid standing? So if you look over to the left side of the page, it says how to file for FAFSA. Copy that link and use it. It will take you straight to Community College of Philadelphia, and it will give you instructions on how to complete a FAFSA for your academic year. Also, you want to be able to check your financial aid status. So if you look over to the right, there's an example of what your page should look like when you follow the instructions I'm about to give you. So first, you want to log into your MyCCP and go to Student Services, click on. Once you click on, you want to click on Financial Aid. And then the SAP Academic Progress will come down. It's highlighted in red. And then you want to select your current school year. So students on academic probation using financial aid typically have one semester to bring their completion rate and/or their GPA to college standards, or they risk having their aid suspended. Suspend status means that you will have to appeal or pay out of pocket for your courses for the following semester. The SAP appeal form. So there are two examples of what this looks like, one on the left, one on the right. We're going to concentrate on the one on the left. The SAP appeal form can be found in your MyCCP portal under the Student Services and Electronic Forms under Financial Aid Forms. So once you go to Electronic Forms, you want to go down to the Financial Aid Forms, and you will find the SAP appeal for the year that you're going to fill it out there. Now let's look at the one on the right. This is what it looks like. So make sure you have selected the form with the current school year you plan to attend. So 2022-2023 will be for fall of 2022, spring of 2023. So make sure that when you fill out your SAP appeal form, you definitely have the right academic school year. Documentation. Documentation is going to be very important. So you want to get professional documentation that the school can validate if they need to call. So each student must submit at least 3 types of documentation. All documents are uploaded in the SAP appeal form and include the following: documentation explaining your circumstance that led to your difficulty for that particular semester, your personal statement, and the uploading of your My Degree path. All documentation must be submitted with the form to be reviewed by financial aid. Documents are used to support your reason for appeal, and it is best to have as much documentation as possible to support your cause.
So some examples of the documentation that you can use are medical records, a doctor's note, a death certificate or obituary, a police report, a letter from your employer, or formal letters from outside agencies such as a social worker or a shelter, letters of support from professors or campus community, military orders or deployment documentation, or other court documents. Documents should be relevant to the semester that you had your academic difficulty. The goal of these documents is to support what caused your difficulty. If you are using letters of support from your professors or other professionals on campus, the goal is to show how you have improved since your academic difficulty or to help explain your reason for difficulty. So, for example, if you have been working with a counselor in the counseling office, a counselor can help write on your behalf to further explain what you have been going through throughout the semester. Your personal statement. Your personal statement is an opportunity for you to thoroughly explain what happened to cause your academic difficulty and what steps you have taken or will take to improve. Your personal statement should include the following: your full name, J number, and phone number. What were the circumstances that caused your academic difficulty? Be sure to include dates if that is relevant. How this circumstance impacted you, especially academically, and what changes have you made in order for you to be successful moving forward. A sample letter is provided in the appeal application and will also be in the description of this video in a link below. Lastly, your My Degree Path. Your My Degree Path is a document that will provide a full list of all of the courses you will need to fulfill your degree or certificate. This must be uploaded in the form. This video to my right will show you how to access and save the document to upload to the SAP Appeal form. It is best when completing the form and uploading documents to use a desktop or laptop if you can. Hello, I am now going to show you how to access your My Degree Path to download it. So the first thing that you're going to do is click on My GPS after you log into your My CCP. My GPS is located on the left-hand side. Once you've clicked My GPS, you are then going to be prompted to a number of options. You're going to click where it says My Degree Path, click here. Once you have clicked on the click here, it will take you to this screen where you're going to then click My Degree Path. After you've clicked My Degree Path, your My Degree Path should show up and look like this. So what you're going to do in order to save your My Degree Path is you're going to click Print. You're then going to go to Save as PDF. There may be another printer listed, but you're not going to click on that. Instead, click Save as PDF. My recommendation when you hit Save is to name it your first initial, last name, and My Degree Path. This will make it easy for you to retrieve once you save it to your files. So you're going to hit Save here. And then from there, we're now going to upload the form. So as we mentioned previously in the presentation, you're going to access that by going to Student Services. And then you're going to click on Financial Aid Forms. And from there, whatever relevant year you are planning to attend, and you're going to click on the appeal request. So once you've put in all of your details here, so once you reached your form where you upload your documents, this is where you're going to upload your My Degree Path here, where it says a copy of your My Degree Path audit worksheet. You're going to click on Choose File. And then from there, you're going to select your file that you saved previously. So as you can see, I have My Degree Path right here. I'm going to click Open, and it's going to save right here. If you make a mistake, just select Delete File and choose the file again, and follow those steps. And this is how you will attach your My Degree path. Also, just a reminder, make sure that you attach your written statement here and any documentation that you have among these file openings right here. And that's how you upload your My Degree path and other documents.
Okay, so your next step is to meet with a counselor to complete your educational plan. This is very important. All right, so let me explain the three steps. This educational plan is a document that you will complete with a counselor after you have completed the SAP appeal form with required documents. So again, as mentioned earlier, those documents, those required documents are very important. This form will provide a plan for your upcoming semester. So you and your counselor will look over courses that you and the counselor agree upon for your next upcoming semesters towards graduation. A SAP educational plan can be done on drop-in or by an appointment. Let me provide you with some very important tips. Although the SAP appeals are not guaranteed, here are some tips for a strong appeal. Okay? Proper and clear documentation is very important. So, utilizing Microsoft Word, this method is highly recommended for your personal statements. So think about using Microsoft Word. Scan all documents if possible, as opposed to uploading your pictures from your phone. I know we love using those phones, but here we want to make sure we're clear and providing clear and proper documents, okay? Use a computer, laptop, or apps such as Geniscan or Apple Notes. Include all details. Any information you share is confidential and only shared with those reviewing your appeal. So it includes include any dates, any details relevant to your circumstances, and make sure you highlight this occurred during the semester that you were having your difficulties. Make sure that you present that. All right. Note the appeal submission deadlines. That the SAP appeal forms will provide deadline dates for each semester in terms. So if you look at the form with you and your counselor, you'll see those dates highlighted at the bottom of the appeal. Okay, next. And finally, for more information, you can contact Campaign Rise at ccp.edu. We look forward to working with you, and we look forward to supporting you and helping you with proceeding and pursuing your dreams and goals. Take care. Good luck.